can be uber positive, but கொஞ்சம் அடிக்கி வாசி.
ஆதிவாசி அடக்கி வாசி.
So root has been rooted by the English media.
என்ன ரூட் எடுக்க செட்டிங் பண்ணி இட்டுன்னு வந்துக்கிறீங்களா?
Welcome to the Couch Coaches. It is Cricket This Week time. Firstly, we welcome Akai to the world. Congrats Virat and Anushka. And now over to you, Priyesh, to set up the structure for the session.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Cricket This Week. We are recording this episode on the eve of the fourth test match between India and England. As usual, we will cover red ball and white ball. In the red ball, we will cover the third test between India and England, potential squad for the fourth test, and the second test between New Zealand and Southafrica. In the white ball, we will cover Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan. Last T20 against for Australia versus Westindies. First T20 New Zealand versus Australia, and bit about franchise cricket and IPL. So let us crack on. So Rama, was it Jazball versus Bazball?
Yeah, I think, all along we've been hearing quite a bit about Bazball. We coiled the name called Jamball, and now we have Jazball. So, யாரெல்லாம் பார்க்குறீங்களோ ரெண்டு பசங்க put up their hand, Jadeja and Jaiswal, and they just won the game for India. So it was a lot of fun to see them sort of shine in this game. And what a talent, right? Jaiswal has started his career on such a high, back-to-back double hundreds, and he's playing really, I think, smart cricket. I think he's able to start in the right manner, like test cricket, apply himself, and then he can really explode when it has to, because that's his natural game. And then Jaddu, the CSK boy, Solanuma Vanama, Payne has always been like on point and scoring 100 here and then getting a fiver and helping India win in the absence of Ashwin, just putting up his hand and playing a great role. So Jazball won this time around. So all kudos to them.
Jaiswalக்கு 3 test hundreds, everything 150 plus.
50 plus.
Is the third Indian batter to have back-to-back double centuries. The first one was Vinod Kambli. So Jaiswal, don't become a Vinod Kambli.
Become the next person.
The next person was Virat. So keep your head above all your emotions and focus. You are very, very big talent, I think. And Jaddu K. Kanuma, last 18 or 24 months in test cricket, he's put up the hand so many times in India and abroad also. Scoring that century in the first innings, he completed 3,000 runs in test cricket. But the first innings was truly a test innings, because Rohit and Jaddu applied themselves, and for the first time in the series we saw a session without wickets. So on the Murray they applied, they didn't go hammer on the tongs, and that I think set up Konjo. And then Kuldeep and Siraj bowled very well in the first innings without Ashwin being there. And then we got the lead of 90. But a simple kudos to Jurel, because Jurel and Ashwin's partnership got us that 60 or 70 more, which was the read. So, because if we had folded down for 370 and they were at 100 to for 2 in the second day, then the game would have
It'll
been
be very different. You're right. Yeah.
so in the second innings, Jaiswal showed his class, and I thought first innings என்னடா பண்ற
உனக்கு என்னதான் வேணும்?
again same dismissal
Correct.
as the last test, but he came good, but run out ஆயிட்டான் 90 bondல,
Kuldeep
but
Parishta.
yeah.
குல்தீப் அழிச்சிட்டான் அவனை.
Like Jaddu did for barbecued Sarfraz. So Andamari, but good innings, Gill also, and overall I think we had a very very good test match. They were saying many things. England second test they said they will score 600 in 100 overs. In the test
And
match,
they copied us. They mentioned that we copied them from.
Duckett said Jaiswal copied their style. I want to ask Duckett, if you seeing this Duckett, what did Matt Aiton and Langer do before Bazball? What did we do before Bazball?
What did Kaluvitharana and
Ama.
Jaiswal do?
So சும்மா so you can be uber positive, but கொஞ்சம் அடிக்கி வாசி
ஏய் ஆதிவாசி அடக்கி வாசி.
when you are saying the Jaiswal copied the style, that is not right. அந்த மாதிரி.
Now for some stats, right? Number.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard to believe that Ben Stokes has playing his 100th test. So very soon it's like நம்ம இந்த படத்துல சொல்ற மாதிரி 100 வருஷம் இந்த மாப்பிள்ளையும் கிரிக்கெட்டும் சேர்ந்து ஆடட்டும் சொல்ற மாதிரி
100 வருஷம் இந்த மாப்பிள்ளையும்
கிரிக்கெட்டும் சேர்ந்து ஆடட்டும். I think he's been a good ambassador for the game. I sort of like him. Good captain, and he's not done anything weird. So congrats Ben Stokes on your 100th. The next stats is number payan Ashwin getting his 500th test wicket, and 500 ml அடிச்சும் ஸ்டெடியா ஆடுற மாதிரி பையன் வந்து still going steady. I really hope that he keeps his fitness in line, and then we have quite a bunch of games happening this year, at least 10
And,
test matches.
Is in on 501. I hope it is not a 501 error. And the
Correct. Web server error. Yeah, true.
Mm.
And then Ashwin also, we all know that he had to take a personal time off for family not being well. Glad that they are okay, and he was able to come back, and which shows his commitment, right? Very next day to come and play for India. So kudos to that. Quite an interesting test match with a bunch of centuries and people applying themselves. Like Rohit played a century, 131 knock of 196 balls, so he played well. And as you rightly said, that was a critical portion of the game when it could have gone either way. I was worried that we will get bundled in 130, 140 if a wicket falls at that stage. So it's good that they applied themselves. Jural came through, but we have been asking about, hey, Yara, why are you trying these people? Bharat Varan, Jural Varan. Now, like when this guy KL comes back, I know KL is out for the 4th test match as well, but whenever he comes back, Avanu is going to be in the reckoning. And then I'm just waiting for our steady Rishabh Pant to come back. So it is interesting what Mr. Jazball is trying, but whatever he's trying, as long as we keep winning, nobody is going to complain.
And KL is out, as you said, but Ashwin and Balastore will be on their 99th test starting tomorrow. So we will see whether they also complete the 100 in the series. But the English media or foreign media was saying that Root was the problem in the test match, or whatever decisions he made was the problem.
You mean root cause? Root
he
cause.
was the root cause. அந்த மாதிரி because he dropped Rohit when he was on 20. We could have been very well 40 or 50 for 4. Then the game is because you don't know, because you have Sarfraz and Jurel at that level coming at 50 for 4. And then reverse paddle, which went straight to Jaiswal. What a catch!
Yeah.
Because in strips you don't you are waiting for the hitch, you don't
Correct.
not waiting for the full blooded shot. So very good catch by Jaiswal. So root has been rooted by the English media.
என்ன ரூட் எடுக்க செட்டிங் பண்ணி இட்டுன்னு வந்துக்கிறீங்களா?
அந்த மாதிரி. And that was the test. So we will go.
Just one couple of things, right? One is about Jadeja, which we mentioned, player of the match. And one shout out to the late Shane Warne. I remember when Jadeja just burst to the scenes with the Rajasthan Royals. And Shane Warne said, watch out for this guy who's going to be a rock star. And his prediction has come out true.
Yeah.
And Shane, we do miss you. And he was an amazing ambassador for the game as well.
Yeah.
The next thing we should definitely talk about this Nalla Veitana party, right? Sarfraz Khan, and he's had a really solid debut. He came in, he could have scored centuries on both sides, both innings if possible. First innings, he just was aggressive frame of mind. He played well with Jadeja, unfortunately got run out. And second innings, time illa. We had to declare. Iladi Payan could have gone and scored his 100 again, but really good, solid 60 plus knocks on in the both innings. So good start. We are hoping to see more from Sarfraz.
And this was the test. So we will very quickly see the test squad for the fourth test. England have rested Wood and got Oli Robinson, the pacer, all pacer. And our spinner, the visa spinner, comes in. Basir comes in for Rayan Ahmed. But we have to look at what India will do, because so whether they will pay Mukesh or Akash. But a good thing they did, India did, they released Mukesh on the eve or the first day morning of the test match, and asked them to go and play Ranji for Bengal. And Paya got a 10-4 in the match. So if they are playing two seamers with Siraj and the other one, I think they will take Mukesh and not give Akash the debut cap. Or as England said yesterday in their press interview, that they are saying they think that India will play 4 spinners because the pitch konjam is grainy, so that they think that it will take turn in the first day. But we will see what the pitch does. But because if it's like Hyderabad and it is spinning from the first day, then Bazball has more effect than iteration based test cricket. So we will see what the pitch talk is tomorrow. But I don't see any change in the batting order.
Yeah. The other thing is the gap between these test matches. England, they have been here for several months and they're going to be here for a year. I was just curious why they are taking so much time in between games.
So 2 tests were back to back. Then 1 week break, they went to Abu Dhabi, England. Then 2 tests back to back, and then I think 5 days or 1 week gap for the 5th test in Dharmasala. So அதுக்கப்புறம் back to back IPL.
Yeah.
So then let's go to the New Zealand South Africa game. Over to you.
So I think this is a makeshift team, right? So இப்போ வந்து ஸ்கூலில் வந்து மெயின் டீம்லாம் வந்து படிக்கிறாங்க எக்ஸாமுக்கு. ஸோ வந்து 10th standard பசங்களை 12th standard கேம்க்கு அனுப்பலாம் மாதிரி சவுத் ஆஃப்ரிக்கா has put up a squad together. So New Zealand won the series 2-0, which is not surprising. It is as expected. It's been a very... some new names have popped up from South Africa. I think some nobodies that we thought. So there is this guy called Will O'Rourke from New Zealand. அவனே சொல்ல போனா எனக்கு I've not heard of his name before. And கபாலில சொல்ற மாதிரி எவன்டா இவன்
யாரா அந்த கபாலி வர சொல்றா அவன
அப்படின்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி இவனோ ஒருத்தன் வந்திருக்கான், which has been interesting.
Debu,
correct. And I think overall it's been... I don't think it was a very interesting or an exciting series because it is as expected. And as we always know, Kane Mama has come in and scored his centuries. So for him it's been like pretty easy to play against these guys. So Mama Biscuit in Solra Madri, he's just blazed through the innings. So nothing explicit to say here. I think it is as expected. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Will O'Rourke, Debola, he got 9-4 in the game, I think. And but interestingly, I think New Zealand had the deficit in the first innings, and they were chasing the game in the second innings. And when Kane Mama scored another century, 3 centuries in 4 innings. Sama form. And they won the series 2-0, and we called it out in the last episode also. So a depleted team for SA because everybody was in SA 20. So we will now go to the white ball. Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan. They played 3 one-days and 3 ODIs. We covered 2 one-days in the last episode. Third one day, over to you, Rama.
So the team that I picked during the World Cup, they're coming good, but against Afghanistan. So I think, as we know, right, Afghanistan has been a pretty good team in pushing people all along. And then the way they started some of these games has just been amazing. I saw one of the recent games where 6 overs, they were at 72 for no loss, and 10 overs, they're at like 17 overs, 170 is a great start that they have essentially done. So there have been a good performances from Sri Lanka side. Madhushanka is a bowler that we always called out even during the World Cup. Pretty steady, and he's been even troubling some of the key batsmen. So I think he did well. Then Steady Apaya has played well. Some of these guys are really like powered in, right? After watching some of the IPL and other tournaments, these guys can just come in and somebody they can do these shots. I think one name is this guy called Avishka Fernando. So 91 of 66 balls. So he played a blazing innings essentially, and some good performances from Afghanistan side. I think Rahmat Shah has been a good middle order batsman who essentially comes in and steadies the ship in some ways, because they have these good players, young players who can both in the opening as well as in the middle order. He's, I think, in the 30s, Rahmat Shah, if I remember, but he comes in and always plays a clean knock. I think he had a 65 odd that he scored. And then Nisanka had a century, 118 score as well. Overall, pretty good performances.
First one day double 100, third one day century. So he's in tremendous form on Nisanka. And I think we spoke about Afghanistan in the World Cup, that they have to graduate to one day, and we saw a couple of matches in the World Cup. In the series Koda, I think the one day all their T20 stars were in the fantasy leagues. So only in the T20 format they came in to play. And it was a close series, but I think Sri Lanka won 2-1. And as you said, last T20 they scored 200 odd in 20
Mhm.
overs, Afghanistan, and won a close match. But number Angie Matos, what a revelation in the last 6 months. Is now in T20 opening the bowling. அந்த மாதிரி. So I
அது
think
வந்து வைன் மாதிரி as you age you sort of get better now. He took it to heart.
Patina Rana had a good match. I think 4-4 in one T20. So it has been consistent for Sri Lanka, but and they are a very very good team at home. Okay.
Yeah. So when you talk about Angie Matthews, he came out on time. No other controversy there, which is a big win.
So they Sri Lanka won the one day 3-0 and T20 2-1. That was their white ball season, and now we will go to the last one day T20 in Australia. Australia versus Westindies, and the beast came out.
Yeah, so I think the series was 1-1. So I think that was sort of expected in some ways. But some of the innings, right? I saw that Andre Russell, Marana Mas, 71 of 29 balls. I think we know what he can do. We have seen him enough in 2020 cricket, and he's going to be a big force for West Indies in the 2020 World Cup. So knowing that he's in this kind of form is always scary. Warner standard number Pushpa,
అంటే ఫ్లవర్ అనుకుంటున్నా ఫైర్
who essentially he still got it in him, right? He's still playing amazingly well. 81 of 49 balls, so he came back and gave a good counter. But West Indies won this game by 37 runs. So I think overall, every team is peaking. I can't say every team, most teams are getting prepped for the 2020 and so on World Cup. And for us, IPL will be a key thing to go watch out for. But in this particular tournament, there are a few names. Rutherford, 67 of 40 balls. I don't know who's that boy, not heard of him before, but looks like he's coming good right now.
And Nicholas Braun captained the side, and he is in tremendous form last 12 months. So we will see what they score or do in IPL, and then I think May first week is the cutoff for the Scots to be given or announced to the ICC. So we will see. Now New Zealand play a T20 series and the 2 test match series, which is begun in the first T20 against Australia was a high scoring game, and Australia won it in the last ball. But the highlights was number CSK boys Conway and Rada made half centuries. Conway is in an atrocious form, so it was a struggle for them to get that 50. But I hope that resurrects his form for us in the IPL. Ayuk 50. That's all I will say. So Rada number 100 in the test last week. Is in very very good form. But Australia now they are rotating the players. Cummins didn't play in Australia, now is playing in this series. Hazelwood didn't play, is now playing. So I think they will also go to for the same more or less the same squad which won the one day World Cup for the T20 in Innings. But maybe Mitch Marsh will be the captain, not Cummins, because he is captaining the T20 now. Papo, what happens?
Yep.
Yeah, I think the rotation is key, right? Even India's probably resting Bumrah and a few others to make sure you can get the best out of them. From that standpoint, I get what Rohit and Dravid are trying to do, trying to see what Australia is trying to do here as well. So hopefully we'll see what happens for us.
So the last section, franchisee cricket, we touched upon SA20 last episode and said Kavya Mawadan was very happy. In the Varo, it is ILT20 league in Middle East where Mumbai Emirates won it. So the franchisee owned by Mumbai Indian. And we said that many of the franchisees have teams all over the world. But what was very, very fascinating is all these players are playing in another country and fly over to play the franchise leagues the next day. Nicholas Puran was playing for Westindies in Australia on 5th, 13th. 5th, 14th in Dubai, he was captaining Mumbai Emirates. என்னடா அந்த மாதிரி and all of them. So if you see SA20 finished, the players came from there. They are going for their national duty for a week, then they come back. அந்த மாதிரி. So IPL is the only one which has a window that they players can't transfer in and out, but the money speaks. So
Oh yeah, I was going
different.
to say the same thing, right? You come in, you put like couple of weeks of work and you get so much of money. Why not, right? And today travel is also easy. Ella on the first class lavanda, you won't even know what's going on. The interesting thing was to look at the coach. I think Hemang Badani is a name that we will relate to because our age group plus played for India. He's the coach now for the Emirates, Mumbai Indian Emirates.
Delhi Capitals.
Oh, Delhi Capitals. Okay.
He was the assistant coach last year under Pont for Delhi Capitals. In the Dubai Capitals, he was the coach.
துபாய் கேபிட்டல்ஸ் என்ன பேரும் இன்னோவேட்டிவா வந்து அதே எடுத்து யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. பட் ஐ திங்க் வி வர் லைக் ஜோக்கிங் சேயிங் தட் சேட்டு பையன் ஹஸ் ஜாயின் தி ஷேக் பசங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
ஆனா உங்க கும்பல் கிட்ட மட்டும் துட்டு வந்துகினே இருக்குது, எப்படி சேட்டு?
So I think it's good to also see some of these players who probably at some stage have to move on to commentary or second tier coaching in general as part of their career is now getting real opportunities in some of these leagues now that the leagues are expanding, so which is a good thing to exhibit their cricket acumen and transfer to the next wave of cricketers for the future. So that's good.
I think Seth went to Gacha and said Gacha dost.
Correct.
Dubai Papor and the Mari. So that is very, very interesting because I don't think there is another sports in the world where you play for 3 teams in 2 weeks. Okay. In football, you play for the your club, and
You mean soccer?
Football.
Yeah.
Football or soccer. You play for your club and your country. In cricket, only because of the franchisee system or the league, many players play in 4 to 6 countries and hop on and hop out from franchisee leagues to national duty and come back. As we say now, the PSL is going on, Pakistan Super League, Bangladesh Premier League, Sri Lankan League. So many leagues are going on as we speak, but we are not going to cover them. Don't worry, dear viewers. So, and to finish this episode, IPL. So the IPL board has released the dates. It will start on March 22nd as we thought, because I think the WPL is finishing the week earlier on the weekend. So March 22nd, CSK versus RCP in number Lions Den is the first match, and we are all hyped for IPL. We are trying to do something different for the IPL. We will get to know whether we are releasing those videos for IPL before we start our coverage for the IPL this time. So if what we are trying to do is all right, then you can see around 50 to 60 videos in March and April, and but we are happy to
Experimenting.
ஆமா
என்ன
one
திராவிடும் ரோஹித் மட்டும் தான் எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் பண்ணுவானா, நம்மளும் எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு
we are the coaches, we can experiment all the time. அந்த மாதிரி. So that's the wrap for this episode.
அவன் யாரா உள்ள கை தட்டனவன்?
Maybe this episode will come after the final game. We don't know, because the pitch, they say it is 2 or 3 days only, the test match. So we will see. But see you next week after the India-England 4th test. Bye.
Bye.